wrestling has its share of botches, and here's the thing. Anybody who's been in the business for any significant amount of time has botched something here or there. I mean, wrestling is no different than any other sport or form of athletic activity. Sometimes it's just a slip, a fall, a momentary lapse of concentration because you botched. Doesn't mean you're a poor worker or anything like that. And then in some cases, a botch is just because, especially now with the proliferation of so many different independent organizations and not a lot of oversight on training, sometimes it's because people are, well, I was going to say because people suck. Or they're just super green and getting in over their heads too soon. But I thought it might be fun. Listen, I always say I don't consider myself to be an authority on all things pro wrestling. I've been a fan since I was 5. I participated in pro wrestling for almost 30 years. I've seen a lot. So I think that's enough of a resume to have an opinion about these things. So I've got a video of some botches here. Let's break them down and see if we can find the root cause of the particular individual botches. Here we go.
Red Velvet's not messing around. It's not
standing moonsault press.
Okay, that was that was a miss. That was just a plain miss. Because the thing of it is, you can't even with that one. I'm not familiar with those workers, but the girl attempting to do the press, she stepped over the other girl, so she knew exactly where she was. Seems like that might be something of a new move for her. But at least the girl on the ground didn't try and sell it like it hit. That's the worst. If you botch something that completely misses, figure something out, but don't pretend that you took the shot.
Yeah. Triple H isn't going down without a fight. Again, was looking for a pedigree again. Oh.
Come on, you don't get to more seasoned pros and insanely awesome workers than Undertaker and Hunter Hearst Helmsley, Triple H, that guy. What it looks like happened there, I think they were just mixed up on which spot was next. It looked, and this is just me trying to figure it out from the little bit I saw. I think Undertaker thought he was supposed to backdrop Triple H onto the table, and Triple H thought, no, we're going through with the pedigree. In any event, none of those things happened. That was a clusterfuck. I don't know. First of all, there were the guys that were there to do the catching. There was not enough room for that guy to have done his moonsault and have them in position to catch. I mean, they were standing right under him. Yeah, that looked like something you could chalk up to total greenery. And I don't know if anybody got seriously hurt, but if they didn't, they were lucky. Nobody was in position there. And the guy doing the moonsault doesn't look like he really should have been necessarily doing a moonsault. One of the things I learned early in wrestling, for me, know your limitations. Ooh, yikes, that's bad. That's how Mick Foley, if I remember right, lost his ear. Was those ropes are heavy if you guys have never been in a ring. And Mick Foley used to do that intentionally, get his head hung up into the ropes. The problem is what the referee's doing is probably going to make it worse. It was the guy on the ground who had the responsibility to get him out of that by shoving him, just throw his ass back up and over and unwind those ropes, trying to rip them over. The dude had a mask, might provide a little bit of protection, but that's how you get Mick Foley ear. You rip that ear right off of that. I know it's just the best thing the ref could have done is just try and relieve the pressure. And again, the dude on the ground has to have the wherewithal to re-spin him. At that point, just go to the back, get changed, get in your car, go home. There's that was the green grass of home right there. Why? I can't even begin to explain. Yeah, just go ahead and leave. Try again another day.
Now Luger going up on the ropes. I don't know if he should try this yet. Oh.
That one's understandable. I mean, was Luger known for his high flying abilities? No. But that, to me, just looked like his foot slip. Shit happens. That's what I talked about early on, in the intro. Sometimes, like any other sport, sometimes your body just screws with you a little bit. Or in this case, your foot slips. No biggie. I had to go back and watch that one a couple times. At first, I thought, okay, there's a simple solution. The girls on the outside hated the girl doing that suicide dive, and they wanted to see what happened when her face bounced off the floor. But on rewatching it, does she go over their heads? So it was just poor positioning? I don't know. I might need to watch that one again. One of two things happened. Poor positioning, and none of the girls that were doing the catching on the floor even thought to raise their hands up and at least try and break her fall. Or option one, and they all hate her.
He could have just dislocated the arm of ACH.
Walking the...
Yeah, that's a cluster right there. If the guy taking that kick or or that alleged kick or that purported kick, that attempted kick, he shouldn't have sold it. If you miss by that much, what you have to do is ignore the move and figure it out from there. You just start calling shit. But to me, when you miss a move that badly and somebody sells it anyway, you're just digging yourself in deeper and deeper. Yeah, it just wasn't good.
Ladies and gentlemen, Harper!
Those two in a row, same thing. Just, and I don't mean to laugh because I hope nobody got seriously hurt. I don't see how they could have avoided it in either one of those situations. But the guy leaping both times just completely missed. I don't know. Again, you can't really. There's a lot of those moves that you can't spend a lot of time practicing because of the dangers. I guess those just fall into the categories of where they had a big spot plan. They wanted to pop the crowd, and they said, "Hey, this will be a good idea." And I've done the same things, and it turned out to be not a good idea because they couldn't hit the spot safely that they thought they could. Now, in this case, in both cases, it was the guy doing the big move that hurt himself. You can't blame it on anyone else. So at least he didn't. And this is a big deal to me. Those workers didn't have a lack of concern for someone else's health, just their own. That was a pretty significant lack of concern.
The fact that she thinks people like superstars like
That was just kind of funny. I mean, come on. Charlotte Flair is a phenomenal worker, whether you like her or not. It has nothing to do with it. I don't know. It just looks like she was throwing the kicks. She's got a lot of hair. Must just not have seen that was Rhea she was working, right? That Rhea was moving away, thought she was going to stay. It was just excuse me moment. You can't. Two great workers, just one of those really funny things. But at least the important thing is, I mean, Charlotte was throwing kicks that were nowhere near landing, but at least Rhea wasn't selling them like they were. Again, two times where guys doing the big move just either A, couldn't do the move and thought they could, or B, just completely lost track of where they were. It's on them both times. If you're going to do that high-flying crap, and again, I got nothing against it. I shouldn't say it that way. People are like, oh, no, what do you got against Lucha style or this, that, or the other? No, not at all. But if you're going to do that stuff, that comes with the territory, just like me. If I was going to do, and I did, do all that hardcore lunatic stuff, you're going to end up with brain damage, and I did. If you're going to do all that high-flying stuff, you might end up with a broken neck. Well, these were fun. If you guys want to go over some more botches, there's tons of them out there. We can do more of these.